Chris Mullin breaks down how Stephen Curry set the tone early to lead the Warriors to victory. The Golden State Warriors faced Game 3 of their first-round matchup against the Houston Rockets without their second-best player, Jimmy Butler. After suffering a nasty fall and pelvic injury early in Game 2, Butler was sidelined, and with the series tied, many expected the Rockets to take full advantage again. But Stephen Curry had other plans. Showing exactly why he's considered one of the greatest offensive players of all time, Curry made smart, timely adjustments and turned in a brilliant performance. 36 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists, all without his all-star co-star. Steph went back to what made him great. With Butler out, head coach Steve Kerr made a bold call: hand the offense completely over to Steph. That meant putting the ball in his hands earlier, letting him run the show from the backcourt, something Curry hasn't always done in recent years, especially as a primary scorer off-ball. But Curry embraced it. He didn't just score, he orchestrated. He had the ball in his hands from the start. That was key, said Warriors legend Chris Mullin. You saw it right away. They doubled him near half court, and instead of forcing shots, he broke it down and got his teammates involved. That early aggression from the rest of the guys made a huge difference. Mullin added, Steph dissected the game. In the first quarter, he got everyone engaged. Then, once the defense eased up, he took over. Curry ended the first half with a modest 15 points on 11 attempts, most of them heavily contested. But because of his unselfish play and clever spacing, defenders were eventually forced to give him just enough room to let his signature shot fly. I try to manage the game while I'm out there, find my rhythm and understand when to pick my spots, Curry explained. You can't just go full throttle the whole way. It's about creating opportunities and waiting for the moment. The Warriors still need help around him. Curry's brilliance was enough to pull out the win, but the margin was thin. While Gary Payton II and Buddy Hield delivered strong supporting efforts, the rest of the roster struggled badly, especially from deep. Jonathan Kuminga, Quinton Post, Brandon Podziemski, Draymond Green, and Moses Moody went a combined 2-for-18 from beyond the arc. It's a testament to Curry's impact that the Warriors survived that shooting slump. Houston shot just 39.5% from the field, and that inefficiency opened the door for Golden State to steal Game 3. But help is likely on the way. According to Anthony Slater of The Athletic, there is growing optimism that Jimmy Butler will return for Game 4. His return would be massive, not only to relieve Curry of the offensive burden but to shift defensive attention away from the Warriors' star guard. With Butler back in the lineup, Curry can go back to what he does best, wreaking havoc off the ball, moving without it, and catching defenses off guard. He's proven he can be the traditional point guard when needed, but the Warriors are most dangerous when he's free to be the chaos agent that revolutionized the modern game. The message is clear: Curry still has it. He can carry this team. But if the rest of the roster shows up and Butler returns, the Warriors might just be poised to take full control of the series. Chris Mullin breaks down how Stephen Curry set the tone early to lead the Warriors to victory. In Game 3 of their first-round playoff series against the Houston Rockets, the Golden State Warriors faced a significant challenge, playing without their second-best player, Jimmy Butler, who was sidelined due to a pelvic contusion sustained in Game 2. Despite this setback, Stephen Curry delivered a masterful performance, leading the Warriors to a 104-93 victory and evening the series at 1-1. Steph returned to his roots. With Butler unavailable, head coach Steve Kerr entrusted Curry with a more traditional point guard role, allowing him to orchestrate the offense from the start. This strategic shift enabled Curry to leverage his playmaking abilities, facilitating ball movement and creating opportunities for his teammates. As a result, players like Gary Payton II and Buddy Hield found success, contributing to the team's offensive efficiency. Warriors legend Chris Mullin praised Curry's approach, noting, he had the ball in his hands from the start. That was key. You saw it right away. They doubled him near half court, and instead of forcing shots, he broke it down and got his teammates involved. That early aggression from the rest of the guys made a huge difference. Mullin further emphasized Curry's impact, stating, Steph dissected the game. In the first quarter, he got everyone engaged. Then, once the defense eased up, he took over. The Warriors still need help around him. While Curry's individual performance was outstanding, the Warriors' success hinged on contributions from the entire team. Despite Curry's efforts, the team faced challenges, particularly in three-point shooting. Players like Jonathan Kuminga, Quinton Post, Brandon Podziemski, Draymond Green, and Moses Moody combined for a mere 2 for 18 from beyond the arc. This shooting slump underscored the need for collective offensive support to complement Curry's leadership. The Warriors' victory was also facilitated by the Rockets' offensive struggles, as Houston shot just 39.5% from the field. This inefficiency allowed Golden State to capitalize and secure the win. But help is likely on the way. Looking ahead, the Warriors anticipate the return of Jimmy Butler for Game 4. Reports indicate that Butler has been progressing well in his recovery and participated fully in Monday's shoot-around practice. His return would provide a significant boost to the Warriors' lineup, offering additional scoring and defensive prowess. With Butler back in action, the Warriors aim to take a 3-1 series lead and strengthen their position in the postseason. SFGate.com. As the series continues, the Warriors' ability to integrate Butler back into the lineup and maintain offensive balance will be crucial in determining the outcome against the Rockets. Rockets zero in on Draymond Green with tactical strategy. Steve Kerr breaks down the challenge. Draymond Green has seen plenty of intense playoff battles throughout his career, but the way the Houston Rockets are targeting him in this series is something entirely different. As the Golden State Warriors prepare for a pivotal Game 4 in this heated first-round matchup, one thing has become increasingly clear. The Rockets aren't just trying to win, they're trying to get under Draymond's skin. And it's working. The tension between the two teams has steadily built with each game. From hostile crowd chants aimed at Green to his post-Game 3 dust-up with Fred VanVleet, emotions are running hot. Dillon Brooks even went as far as labeling Green a dirty player, further igniting the competitive fire on both sides. But the most significant battle isn't verbal, it's tactical. Steve Kerr exposes the Rockets' game plan. Before Game 4, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr spoke candidly about what Houston is doing to disrupt Draymond's rhythm. The Rockets have made a bold adjustment, putting Fred VanVleet, their smaller, quicker guard, on Green. It's not a defensive mismatch. It's a trap. They're putting VanVleet on Draymond for a reason, Kerr explained. They want to take away his ability to facilitate and run our offense. It forces him out of his natural role and breaks up the flow we rely on. Green, known for his unique ability to quarterback the offense from the front court, has found himself in unfamiliar territory. Instead of orchestrating from the high post or initiating plays in transition, he's been relegated to the perimeter, or worse, out of the play altogether. This isn't an easy series for Dre, Kerr admitted. They're doing a good job of keeping him away from spots where he usually controls the game. But his challenge now is to embrace that role shift and dominate defensively. The Warriors need help, and they're hoping it comes tonight. Draymond's diminished offensive role wouldn't be as glaring if Jimmy Butler were on the floor. The Warriors' star forward has been sidelined since Game 2, and his absence in Game 3 left Steph Curry to carry a massive load on both ends. Without Butler to ease the burden, the Rockets have zeroed in on Curry with swarming double teams, forcing rush decisions and contested looks. The offense has become predictable, and that's exactly what Houston wants. But hope is on the horizon. Butler is reportedly close to returning, and his presence in Game 4 could shift the entire series dynamic. If Butler plays, it gives Golden State the offensive boost they've sorely missed, and it allows Draymond to focus solely on doing what he does best, anchoring the defense, bringing intensity, and leading with grit. Everything on the line in Game 4. With the series still within reach, the Warriors are banking on experience, heart, and strategic adjustments to carry them through. For Draymond Green, this moment is personal. The Rockets may be trying to take him out of the game, but the veteran forward has made a career out of proving doubters wrong. And tonight, with the spotlight burning brighter than ever, he has a chance to remind everyone exactly why he's one of the most impactful players in playoff basketball. Rockets target Draymond Green with tactical strategy. Steve Kerr breaks down the challenge. Draymond Green has encountered numerous intense playoff battles throughout his career, but the Houston Rockets' approach in this series is unlike any he's faced before. As the Golden State Warriors prepare for a pivotal Game 4 in this heated first-round matchup, one thing has become increasingly clear. The Rockets aren't just trying to win, they're aiming to disrupt Draymond's impact on the game. And it's proving effective. The tension between the two teams has steadily built with each game. From hostile crowd chants directed at Green to his post-Game 3 confrontation with Fred VanVleet, emotions are running high. Dillon Brooks even labeled Green a dirty player, further intensifying the rivalry. However, the most significant challenge isn't verbal, it's tactical. Clutch points. +7. New York Post. +7. Houston Chronicle. +7. Steve Kerr analyzes the Rockets' strategy. Before Game 4, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr addressed the Rockets' defensive scheme targeting Green. The Rockets have assigned Fred VanVleet, a quicker, smaller guard, to defend Green, aiming to neutralize his playmaking ability. They're putting VanVleet on Draymond for a reason, Kerr explained. They want to take away his ability to facilitate and run our offense. It forces him out of his natural role and disrupts our offensive flow. Green, known for his unique ability to quarterback the offense from the front court, has found himself in unfamiliar territory. Instead of orchestrating plays from a high post or initiating fast breaks, he's been pushed to the perimeter or even out of the play entirely. This isn't an easy series for Dre, Kerr admitted. They're doing a good job of keeping him away from spots where he usually controls the game. But his challenge now is to embrace that role shift and dominate defensively. Warriors hope for Jimmy Butler's return. Draymond's reduced offensive role wouldn't be as glaring if Jimmy Butler were available. The Warriors' star forward has been sidelined since Game 2 due to injury, and his absence in Game 3 left Stephen Curry to shoulder a significant load. Without Butler to alleviate the pressure, the Rockets have focused their defense on Curry, forcing the Warriors' offense into predictable patterns. However, hope is on the horizon. Butler is reportedly nearing a return, and his presence in Game 4 could shift the series dynamics. If Butler plays, it provides Golden State with the offensive boost they've missed, allowing Green to concentrate solely on defense and leadership. Looking ahead. With the series tied at 2-1, Game 4 is a critical juncture. The Warriors are counting on experience, adaptability, and strategic adjustments to navigate this challenge. For Draymond Green, this moment is personal. The Rockets may be attempting to neutralize his influence, but the veteran forward has consistently proven his ability to rise above adversity. Golden state of mind. Tonight, with the spotlight on him, Green has an opportunity to demonstrate why he's one of the most impactful players in playoff basketball. As the series progresses, both teams will need to adapt and evolve. For the Warriors, finding ways to counter the Rockets' defensive schemes and leveraging their full roster will be key. For the Rockets, maintaining their defensive intensity and improving offensive consistency will be crucial to evening the series. The outcome of Game 4 could set the tone for the remainder of the series, making it a must-watch for basketball fans. Warriors All-Star Jimmy Butler III set to make his return in pivotal Game 4 against the Rockets. He's back, and just in time. After days of growing optimism, it's now official. Six-time All-Star Jimmy Butler III will suit up for the Golden State Warriors in tonight's critical Game 4 matchup against the Houston Rockets. The news broke Monday afternoon via NBA insider Chris Haynes, who reported that Butler is indeed cleared to play as the Warriors look to extend their 2-1 series lead at home. If you are new here, leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Earlier in the day, Shams Charania of The Athletic and ESPN had indicated that both Butler and the Warriors were hopeful he'd be able to go, but no confirmation had surfaced. Many fans, and even some analysts, expected the team to hold off on a decision until closer to tip-off. Then came Haynes' report, shifting that hope into confidence. While there's been no official word from Warriors beat reporters or the team at the time of writing, Haynes' track record speaks for itself. And the implications of Butler's return can't be overstated. The Warriors managed to grab a commanding win in Game 3 without their star forward, pulling off a double-digit victory that proved one important thing: this team can win without its Batman. But now, with Butler set to rejoin Steph Curry and company on the floor, Golden State looks even more dangerous. The timing couldn't be better. This game marks a turning point in the series. A win tonight would give the Warriors a 3-1 lead and a stranglehold on momentum heading back to Houston. A loss, however, would reset the playing field and hand the Rockets new life. That's why Butler's presence tonight isn't just a bonus, it's a game-changer. All eyes will also be on head coach Steve Kerr and how he manages the rotation with Butler back in action. In Games 1 and 2, Butler started alongside Curry, Brandon Podziemski, Moses Moody, and Draymond Green. But in Game 3, with Butler sidelined, Kerr shook things up, inserting Jonathan Kuminga into the starting five and giving rookie big man Quinton Post his first playoff start, replacing Moody. Now with Butler back, Kuminga is expected to return to a bench role, or potentially fall out of the rotation entirely. The real question is whether Kerr sticks with Post's size and defensive presence in the frontcourt, or returns to Moody's perimeter versatility and playoff experience. One thing is clear: Jimmy Butler's return injects confidence, swagger, and intensity into a Warriors squad that already has its foot on the gas. Golden State took care of business without him. With him, they might just take control of the series. Butler's return could be the spark the Warriors need to close out the series. Jimmy Butler's return doesn't just bring back a star, it brings back identity. Known for his toughness, leadership, and playoff grit, Butler is the emotional engine of this Warriors squad. His presence alone changes how opponents prepare, how teammates play, and how confident Golden State feels in the biggest moments. The Rockets know this. They were able to pressure the Warriors in Games 1 and 2 largely because Butler wasn't at full strength. His absence in Game 3 opened up opportunities in the paint and forced Curry to shoulder even more of the offensive load. But now, with Butler back, the dynamics shift, on both ends of the court. On defense, Butler's ability to guard multiple positions and disrupt passing lanes will be critical, especially against Houston's explosive guards. On offense, his slashing mid-range scoring and playmaking open up space for shooters like Curry and Podziemski, while taking pressure off Draymond Green to initiate every set. Warriors fans are buzzing. Social media lit up following the Haynes report, with many fans calling Butler's return perfect timing, and the piece we need to end this in 5. Former players and analysts echoed the excitement. On NBA TV, Isaiah Thomas said, "Jimmy Butler's a difference maker. When he's on the floor, the entire personality of your team changes. He gives you toughness, composure, and that killer instinct that wins playoff games." Steve Kerr faces a big rotation decision. With Butler back in the mix, Kerr now has the luxury, and the challenge, of adjusting his rotation. Quinton Post impressed many with his poise and rebounding in Game 3, giving the Warriors a physical presence that helped neutralize Houston's inside game. But with Butler reclaiming his minutes, someone's going to get squeezed out. Will Kerr continue to reward Post's hustle with starting minutes? Or will he return to the more familiar lineup with Moses Moody, who brings defensive versatility and spacing? There's also the question of how many minutes Butler will realistically play, given that this is his first game back after missing time with a strained quad. Whatever Kerr decides, the message is clear: Golden State is going all in on Game 4. A win tonight sets the tone and puts them one step away from advancing, something the Warriors know can't be taken for granted in a stacked Western Conference. Meanwhile, Houston is on alert. For the Rockets, this game is now a must-win. Falling behind 3-1 to a team that just regained one of its leaders could be a psychological blow as much as a strategic one. Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun have been brilliant at times in this series, but now they'll have to respond to a Warriors team with its emotional core back on the court. Houston coach Ime Udoka acknowledged the impact of Butler's return during his pre-game media session. "We know what he brings. We're not surprised he's playing. We prepared for it, but preparation and execution are two different things." Tonight isn't just another playoff game, it's a turning point. With the Warriors energized by Butler's return and the Rockets desperate to even the series, Game 4 promises to be physical, emotional, and high stakes from the opening tip. And now, with Jimmy Butler 3 officially back in uniform, Golden State has everything it needs to seize control.